Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video from Soulmask. My name is Hossein, but you can call me Dark Cat. In this video we're gonna talk about everything from 0 to 100 in for like about PvP in Soulmask for noob or pro players. All the tips and tricks you need to know, the best mask to use, the best ability to use, the best proficiencies, NPC perks, all advantage, disadvantage, buffs, gear, attachments for gear, everything. So make sure you watch the video till the end to realize all these tips and tricks if you are looking for a really good tutorial for PvP Soul Mask. Okay, let's jump into the video really quickly. First of all, I need to explain you the masks, like which kind and which type of mask you need to use. This is all the mask that is in the Soul Mask. So the first three is the basic masks that you're gonna spawn with them. That I recommend to use this one because this XP gain 5% more for killing human, so you can just kill NPCs and level up. But this is irrelevant, these three. We're gonna talk about the rest here. So I'm just gonna mention the mask that is meta right now for PvP, that everyone are spamming and using it. That is kind of I'm recommending from devs to nerf it as well. Most of the mask that most of the people use this mask gonna be the Torch of Eternity, because this mask is super OP. And we're gonna also show that mimicry. This is how the mimicry looking like. And maybe some of you guys that are new to the game asking what is mimicry. Mimicry is the level 10 on the mask. You can see you need to first level your mask to level 10 over here, just killing some NPCs or farm to level up. And on the bottom, this layout on the bottom, this 3 row is for your masks. These ones all gonna be for each mask gonna be the same, but the bottom ones is for your masks. The last one is your mimicry. When you're unlocking, you kinda need for each mask you need a special module that you get it in a different dungeon. This is the module that you need for each mask. You see, this is Golden Legend, Wilderness Mask, Torch of Eternity. So you're gonna get these modules in a different dungeons. That's the tutorials I need to do from 0 for some people who don't know. So when you are using this mimicry for Torch of Eternity, when you're fighting and when you're in trouble, you can always press V and you're gonna become a stone. Like we call it Zonia, but you're gonna be stone. As you can see on my right side of my screen, I'm around 20-second immune to any source of damage incoming. So you can press V again to get out of Zonia and start rolling and running. And my Zonia is 1 minute cooldown. So that's why all the people using these masks for PvP, and it's kinda getting I think overrated. Should be nerfed. I think it's too overpowered. Everyone using it, the other masks become useless. So this is the main mask you want to use for PvP if you are playing melee. And you're gonna get Torch of Eternity in this dungeon, Holy Ruins, and you're gonna get the module in this Ancient Ruin dungeon next to the Wetland TP, the Poison dungeon. So you can get your mask over here. The next mask we're gonna talk about is the Archer mask, that these days become super overpowered. Wilderness mask, that they changed something about this mask recently, because now the auto aim on the mask, you know, when you're using Archer, you have an auto aim that shoots anywhere you shoot, it's gonna aim for the closest target. That's why it's super strong. So this is how the mimicry look like when you're pressing C, and now you are Archer. I'm gonna use my bow right now, and we're gonna talk later about all the weapons type and stuff like that. This is your bow mimicry over here. You need wilderness mask mimicry as well. The thing about this mask is super good. You getting like you can scan 30 meter far away, bow perception plus 30%, crit damage 5%. This is irrelevant. Damage dealt by bows 30%, and increasing the arrows speed by 20%. So all these perks are super good for your bow. Right now I'm gonna, when you're pressing V, you're gonna activate your as you can see on the right, firepower guidance. So now I have auto aim activated, but my energy dropping super fast. So if I want to shoot that bison, I'm shooting over here, and look, my arrow hit the bison. So I'm shooting over here. You see, the arrow is just hitting the beacon. So you just need to shoot close. If I shoot close to this one, it's too far. Wait, let me go closer. If I shoot close this one, it's hitting this one, as you can see. So it shoot the closest target you aim. And this is super overpowered. This kind of need a nerf, to be honest. Because right now everyone using only bows in Soulmask and it's become super strong. And we're gonna talk about the perks as well later, which kind of perks you need to activate while you are playing archer, melee, or which type of weapons you need to use. So this is how the archer mask work as well. It's super OP. You kind of need always an archer in your team, so this is very important to have. Now we're gonna talk about next mask. It's gonna be the golden legend. I think it's not a PvP mask, but you kind of need this mask before you even start to PvPing. You're gonna get this mask over here on this golden legend ship, and you kind of get the module the same ship as well. You go underwater and get this mask. This is how your mimicry look like. This is super beautiful. So I'm gonna go to a camp right now and start checking NPCs. So right now I'm next to a camp. When I hold Q on the NPC, you can see on the left side all the green perks and red perks, everything. And on the bottom right, combat skills, you can see which what proficiency this NPC have on stuff like that. You can see it have 125 bow. So when I'm pressing V button on this mask, now when I just pressing Q, it types under the NPC name 125 bow. So that's how your mimicry works on golden mask. So you can see the NPC have any 120 perk, you can see it on top of his head. If I deactivate it right now, it's not showing me. It doesn't matter how much times I press Q. So it's very important that you know that your V button do this kind of stuff for golden legend mask. So you also kind of, I'm mentioning it for PvP video because it's kind of relevant to PvP, because if you don't find the best NPC, you cannot PvP. So this mask is very important as well. And I also gonna mention the explorer mask. Let me show you. I'm just gonna mention them for like 30 seconds because it's also very important for farming. This is the explorer mask. That's how its animation of mimicry look like. You're gonna be immune to any source of heat, cold, protection, everything. So you got the mask in the holy ruins over here, and you get the module at the same dungeon. You can go any cold, even you can go in volcano to farm bombs. So this mask is very important for only farming. I recommend it because you kind of gonna die fast if you are using any other mask than Torch of Eternity in PvP. You kind of also have the Shadow Walker. Shadow Walker is the mask to become invisible. This is how it looks like. When you pressing V button, you become invisible. And here you go. You can just go around NPCs and stuff and nothing gonna seize you. For PvP server, you only use this mask to do level 60 dungeon here to farm mysterious gear freely without aggroing the robots. So this is pretty cool mask. Nothing really special. You can maybe execute people from behind, but it's not kind of really not working that much. You also have the Iron Blood mask. Maybe some people likes to use it for PvP. This is how the mimicry works. The Iron Blood mask have some cool type of energy. You got 50 max load. Here your stamina reduction plus 10%, so you stamina down with shield faster people. Crit resist 20%, stamina cost minus 10%. These all stats are for PvP. You get also the block speed 30%. So if I'm using a shield with this, as you can see, I'm blocking super fast. If I remove my mimicry, you can see it's blocking slower, but when I'm using the mimicry, it's blocking with the spear and shield way faster. So you see, it's like instant block to block people. And you got the blade spear and blade damage plus 10%, and your mimicry when you are down one time you get instantly get up on your feet, so you have like one more life when you're playing. So it can be a good PvP mask, but still not recommended. I still recommend the Torch of Eternity and Wilderness Mask, but I explained the rest so you guys knows as well what kind of mask you can use. Okay, we're gonna talk about now the buffs and the potions you're gonna need to use on PvP. I recommend these buffs to use first Smoke Ham because of the 200 HP and plus 10 attack. You have two options for the, as you can see, the class of the buff is fruit and vegetables. So you have mixed jam and fried pumpkin ring that you can use them in a different situation. Mixed jam, you use it on open PvP because of the 10% speed. Speed is everything in PvP. You can run faster and catch people, but you use fried pumpkin as archer if you're standing on your wall, or if you're defending and raiding, you need more stamina regen. So this fried pumpkin gives you max stamina 20 and a stamina recovery 100%. I always recommend tequila because you're using like the ape gear set, because you get more crit damage. So more crit chance is higher damage in in long range. But also you have meat to use as alcohol that for 6% more damage, or tequila as alcohol for 6% more crit. You always use cigar because that's the only thing you can use. It doesn't have any restriction. That gives you crit resist plus 10%. You also use yerba mate because it gives you poison resist, since now people using poison arrows, this can be good. And seafood quinoa for body XP doesn't matter, it's most likely for crit damage 10%, or you can use fried taco for plus 20 on defense. So you can use for farming taco, but for PvP definitely seafood quinoa. You're gonna use the blood essence because this is the highest HP you can get as a potion. This is the highest HP you can get when you're low HP. Gives you 60% max HP plus 1000 HP and 150 stamina. You use plant essence to remove all type of negative perks you get on you, like breaking bones, chest damage, arm damage, leg damage, because you get less HP permanently. So you use one potion and you remove all kind of negativity on your NPC. You use essential oils to get morale for the next 30 minutes so your NPC don't get tired. Very important, especially when you're in radiation zones, heat, cold, you're getting damage, your NPC getting tired, but with this potion you are not getting tired that much. Antidotes for poison resist when you are fighting against enemy archer. You need flammable alcohol to make your weapons on fire when you are fighting. For example, with the spear, you use it so it makes your weapon set on fire, so you can fight with fire. It's also it's really beautiful on the dual blades. As you can see, it's very nice. So you're gonna also do fire damage. There is the chance to apply fire on enemy. That's kind of really overpowered and need to be used. So we're gonna get back to this Oblivion Soup and Mysterious Body Shaping Pill later when I explain all the weapons and gear. Then we're gonna jump on the class of the NPCs and stuff like that. So now we're gonna talk about the gear set and all the type of attachments you can put on your gear. We have 5 boss to kill on the map. 5 pyramid. First one is Saber. When you kill level 1 Saber, you unlock the body update that gives you your NPCs a lot of buffs. Level 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not gonna explain it that much. When you kill level 2 Saber, you unlock the iron recipe for boss upgrade gear. And when you kill level 3 bosses, you unlock the enhanced advanced steel gear for the same type of boss. So we have, I mentioned 4 type of boss upgraded gear that each type is good for some kind of PvP in this game. I just didn't mention frog gear set because I don't think it's kind of PvP gear. It gives you some resistance for poison, for heat protection, but it's not really. Gives you some stamina, like resistance to your resilience, but it's not really good for PvP. So we're gonna first talk about the ape gear set. I'm gonna wear the ape gear set quickly to see the stats you get on the right side. So when you wear fully ape gear set, you get max stamina 50, HP recovery 0.5% every second. So as you can see on the bottom left of my screen, I'm my HP getting filled up automatically, super good, and it gives me extra 50 stamina, and it's really good for open PvP. I think it's the best gear for open PvP. If you check on the set stats, stamina recovery 20, max resilience 36, max load 80, max HP 7.5%, defense 60, and crit damage increase 48%. That's why you use tequila and you mixed it with this gear. So we're gonna talk about now next gear, Mammoth. That I also like this Mammoth kit. It's very tanky gear set for base raiding or base defense. Not really recommended for open PvP because you are slow. Set defense crit plus 15% and crit resist plus 15%. And when we check the gear, max resilience 50, crit damage reduction 24%, max load 90, damage reduction 15%, shield proof 36, and defense 90. That's a lot of defense on this gear set. We're gonna talk about now the next, that Griffin. This is kinda using for archer in open PvP or farming. I'm not recommending for melee combat. As you can see that the stats on the right side is radiation resist 50%, body radiation -3 per minute. Nothing especially or not good for PvP, but the only thing that you're gonna need for this one gonna be movement speed plus 6%. That's why you're using it for archer in open PvP. Radiation proof 25%, crit damage increase 24%, movement speed 6%, attack 7.5%, max load 150, and stamina down defense 12%. Can be good also for farming during day to run dungeons faster, do more damage, and run around faster and carry more. Max load 150%. And the last gear we're gonna talk is the Saber kit. I really like this kit for using it as an archer. Attack speed 5%, bleed trigger rate plus 50% if you use this gear. And if you check, max resilience 25, crit 12%, max load 50, attack 7.5, concealment 30, and soundproof -24%. So I recommend this for playing as an archer because of that 12% crit and 7.5 attack. It's kinda really OP to do crit damage with your great bow. I'm gonna get back to use the mysterious gear that I have. Mysterious gear is the end gear in this game, actually, that you get it from level 60 dungeon. As you can see, set attack speed 20%, max HP 10%, resilience down, defense 10%. This is no gear have this much stats when you're using the gear. And if each piece, this is the difference between the boss sets and mysterious sets, because the mysterious sets, each piece have a different kind of stats when you're farming them in the dungeon. You only need to use the attack speed and attack pieces of mysterious. As you can see, this one gives a max load, heat proof, sound efficiency, and stuff like that. It doesn't have any attack. This one is defense, attack, defense, attack speed 8.7%. You can see you need to find these pieces that have attack speed on all the pieces. And it gives you the general stats: max load 100, crit 15%, crit damage increase 30%, attack 10%, defense 100, and max resilience 100. This is the best set to use for PvP, but it's kind of really hard to obtain a full yellow and red piece. You need to go to level 60 dungeon over here, go to another dimension, fight the bosses and everything, to hope you get one or two stats piece of gear. Now we're gonna talk about the attachments. You always need attack mode 3 or 2 or 1 to put on your hand, necklace, and ring. When I'm putting this, gives plus 15 attack to my gear, so that's plus 45 attack if I put 3 on my hand, ring, and necklace. You cannot put it on boots, on pants, or on the chest. Chill proof 2 or 3 at least. You need to use poison proof 2 and 3, sound proof 2 and 3, durability 3, always put on a good gear set, radiation 2 and 3, heat proof 2 and 3, and concealment 2 and 3. You can use also damage reduction mode 2, it's the max you can get, and defense mode 3 on your gear. It gives you 30 defense but also movement speed and carry weight, and your weight gets higher, and this for movement speed. So you become slower but you become tankier. So I recommend to use it on the gear sets that you're gonna defend or raid in enemy base. So don't use it for open PvP. This speed penalty gonna be really horrible to fight in open PvP. And the attachments, nothing else to talk about. Just make sure you get these attack modes. You get this attack modes from these plunderers elite over here, or you go to this plunderer leader and it drops, or you killing the shadow king event spawning on the map and you get these attack modes in there. Now we're gonna talk about the weapons. I just kinda spawned no quality or red quality 100 that you need to get a good NPC to be able to make only red weapons and gear. Weapon enhancement and armor enhancement, very important. As you can see, and it's still enhanced hammer. Red have 200 damage, no quality 160, so it's 40 damage difference. And if you use the attack mode 3, that's plus 20 damage, that's gonna be 220. And enhanced weapon have damage increase 30%, that's a lot, another 30 on top of it, so it's a lot of damage. So make sure you use each type of weapon that I'm gonna also now explain to you. For a spear, you only need to use it for using this speed ability. Hammer, you're using this F button for solar protection, so you also don't get that much damage when you're fighting. You always fight when you're solar protection, so you get 50% less damage and you're immune to hit stuns. Dual blade is a very good weapon to press F on the first ability to immediately stack coma and paralyze, that I'm gonna explain you right now what is coma and paralyze. Two-handed is good for jump attack to limp the target so he cannot move for the next 5 seconds, or use the hooking ability to hook enemy inside your playground. One-handed sword is only really good for using turn slash, you are immune for 10 seconds to archers, and bow is to play bow. So this is the very short explanation of the weapons. All the mods before we talk about the perks. These mods you put on all your weapons: durability, weapon damage, coma, paralyze, and bleed mode. You can find the level 3s from bosses and dungeons, and you can make all the level 2s with some potions. Now we're gonna talk about the perks. So first we're gonna talk about the talents of the weapons, because we was just talking about the weapons right now. For the spear, the only weapon, the ability I recommend is Whirlwind Sweep. That gives you 50% speed over 5 seconds. You just need to use this. For the one-handed blade, I recommend turn slash and dash slash for taking people from their mounts down. And turn slash is a must to have on your NPC to compete against the archers. It makes you immune to archers or any type of range weapon for next 10 seconds. For dual blade, I recommend the most the lightning speed, the first ability that all NPCs have to just stack as much as attack you can for command paralyze. But the spectral blade is really good, gives you crit and gives you double bleeding to kill bosses, really good to farm. And flurry is the super strong ability. You just hold F and you lock the target and you're just gonna kill him without no problem. You just you go around the target and hit it. Whirl step slash also decent. You just turn around yourself and do a lot of bleeding. I also recommend that a little bit. For gauntless, I recommend slide step hook to move loot while you are over encumbrant. This is just a PvE perk that to move loot. I recommend the 2-strike kick. You reduce the enemy attack speed for 50% and stamina for 50%. The charge punch actually not good. You can also use the defend. This defend, when you defend against, like right click against enemy attacks, it reduces their resilience significantly and you can do some serious damage after that. And rapid monkey, And Rapid Monkey is also a good perk to farm dungeons, the robots, because each hit gives you 1% crit up to 100% crit. You can kill the bosses quite fast. For 200, this counter life is still after the last patch they get buffed. It's really good perk to use because each normal attacks gives you super armor and it heals the 30% of the damage you do to player and 60% heal back life steal to PvE. And the only perk you need for greatsword is the trusted strike, so you can hook the enemy and bring them anywhere you want. Super OP. Sorry, I'm explaining the perk super fast because I don't want the video become so long. For the hammer, only solar protection. You can also use the upstroke hammer. Gives you super armor and it's hit the enemy. You can spam it. Also, this golden ability from hammer is good because it gives you new recently crit damage plus 20% and your normal left click does the splash damage. Super strong. For the bow, this perk need to be nerfed. Diving power possession, it's super strong. When you use a normal bows, you can shoot 3 arrows and it's slow the enemy for 80%. Super hard to play against archers these days. If you use a long bow, the damage goes through shield. If you use great bow, there is a chance you do double damage, like a little, slightly more damage. The running fire with the new patch, you can lock the enemy target and shoot super fast with the great bow, super strong on archers. An eclipse you can use to remove enemies. Solar protection with hammer or steel body, super strong to have. For the shield, I recommend this get poisoned before strike. You get a 30-second buffs that boost your own attack and it heals you when you are hitting back amount of the hit you resist. This shield thump is super strong. You slow the enemy for 50 seconds over 5 seconds and it also go through steel body. You use vertical wall to heal, or when you're in trouble in the fights, enemy cannot hit you, you kind of rebound their attack. And blade and spear partner is good because when you are blocking with shield, your spear and blade can do multiple attacks. So this is all the perks for the weapons you are looking to use. Now we are using, this is like gonna be half of the video because it's really important what type of green talent your NPC need to have to be the best NPC to fight others. Because as you can see, as you know, in Soulmask, you fighting controlling your NPC, so you need to have a strong NPC. First, there is 3 yellow perk that you kinda need to look for them over the NPCs that is not here. One, for archer, you only need to look for archery master. For the good melee, you need weapon master because it gives you 10% more attack and damage. And you also have chest breaker to open boxes super fast, 80% less time. For dungeon running and farming, you have also the chosen one NPC to get 50% chance to get rare items to farm dungeons for more valuable items. And you have farming expert and stuff like that that is not irrelevant for PvP. Okay, multiple shotting, super strong for archer. You're gonna need to look for it. Shoot more arrows at the same time. It's like do the divine progress, that yellow perk. Tick force very strong. You lose less stamina while hitting. This number is not correct because I'm on private server. It's not 10%, it's 30%. Good at melee, 9% more damage with any type of melee weapon. Remote strike, doing more damage to enemy 15% away, very strong. Extraordinary talent, you need to mix it with the perks that need a chance to trigger. So this extraordinary talent also trigger them when it's getting triggered. Marksman footstep, really strong. It reduced the drawing of the bow, so it's very strong to use it as a great bow. Rapid fire, very strong to use. Full charge time bow, it's minus something percent. Quick reload is good for your NPCs to put on your crossbows to defend your base. And we're gonna talk about the getting braver, one of the best perks for the Claw tribe exclusive. So only Claw tribe NPCs can get this perk. You get a stack of crit resist, crit damage, and movement speed 5 times for 30 seconds. So while you're hitting enemy, it's a stack up. Crave for blood, super strong. It heals you, especially with hammer, because the more damage you do, the more heal you get, and it's 25% chance to get it. Surprise attack, doing more damage to the weak spot, a good archer perk. We're gonna talk about hardened body. If you don't get a steel body, hardened body can be a good replace to get a 20% chance to be super armor for 1 second. Head the spawn display you 20% to chance to get 20% less damage when you hit the head, and this is the same when you hit the chest. Torso destruction, you do 20% chance to increase damage while you hitting the chest of the enemy. The same when you hit the heads of the enemy. This weakness stomp also is very strong. Weak spot, 20% chance to increase damage by some percentage. That's not the correct percentage, is more. Load's fast marching, also good perk. Normally the crafters getting it, but there is a chance you get it on your fighters as well to be faster. Loaded rate also be faster. Any speed perk is good on your NPC. Calm and peaceful, Fang tribe exclusive. It's the opposite side of getting braver. You normally get 5 stacked up from attack speed, crit damage and stuff like that, and crit up to 5 times, but as long as you not getting hit. As soon as you get hit, you lose your stacks. Quick bandage, really strong. You use bandage super fast. Blood absorbing and blood pass recovery, 2 good perk to heal, like when you're damaging enemy. Fight to death, you 20% chance to increase your attack by some percentage, but you lose your defense by the same percentage. Lose as well, you do more damage, but you get more damage as well. Overwhelming force is an exclusive claw tribe that is super good. You lose more stamina, but you do more damage. It's good to mix it with this perk, this thick force, that you lose less stamina while you're hitting. Shield bash, super strong perk recently. When you are blocking with a shield, enemy get 100% damage back to himself while hitting your shield. So you're kind of destroying enemy by just blocking them. And we're gonna talk about the Phaeton Rhythm, Claw Tribe exclusive. When your stamina is over 70%, you get a stack of attack and attack speed over 5 times. Very strong. Go for Juggler is for archer. Enemies 15 meter away, you do more damage to their weak spot. Good to mix it with the archery master. Avoid Vitals is good from Flint exclusive. You get less damage from range attacks. There's a percentage. Steel body, when your resilience is 50%, very strong. You are not getting hit, stun, coma, and paralyzed. Poison body, really strong perk. You do poison damage to enemy, especially from archer. This is a good archery perk. Can be used for melee as well. You cap the enemy's stamina at 10%, so they cannot regen stamina. Super strong. Mind Herd Union, 10% chance to trigger self that requires triggering, the same as the other perk I told you. The perks that needs a chance to trigger, this helps them to trigger. Pen Def, one of like it's a must to have on your melee NPC or archer with the steel body to ignore enemy defense. There is a chance to ignore the enemy defense while hitting it. Moral Dampener, very good Claw Trap exclusive. You reducing, like you debuffing enemy. 5% chance to reduce their attack, defense, and movement speed. Super strong. Suppress Violence, you reduce the enemy crit by percentage. Good to, it can be stacked up. Tit for Tat, also good. There is a chance to give all the received damage you get for the last 4 seconds to the enemy. Very strong. We have the Pouring Rage. It's also, there's a 20% chance to store the received damage in the next 4 seconds, then dealing all sort like stored damage to the enemy. Strike Back is also Fang Tribe exclusive. This is also a nice perk. If you dodge 2 attack from enemy in 6 seconds, you can ignore enemy defense for the next 3 seconds, so you can kind of destroy people with this perk. Simulate Moral is also good, has a 10% chance that they trigger all talent that needs triggering. This is the same, so you have like 3 different perk to trigger your other weapons. Disparate Response, also good, Fang Tribe exclusive. Capping HP lost at 5% per hit once you're below 30% of max HP. Crisis resolutions also the same, 50% chance that damage taken will be capped at 5%. So this was all the green perks that I marked. You can even take a screenshot. This is all the perks you need to look for your NPCs. It's just creativity. You need to mix a good sets of perks for your NPC to be strong. For my recommendation, steel body, pen def, moral dampener, mixed with getting braver, and probably thick force and good at melee. You can have super strong, but you're not gonna get all this perk together because you also need to get these good skill abilities on the same NPC. So this was everything you needed to know about your NPC perks. After that, you need to know about what points you put in here. If you catch an NPC, you need to respect these points by using a body shaping pill. This respects your NPC's perks. I'm gonna now respect. I'm eating 1. You can see I getting 59. I normally put everything on agility to get a lot of attack speed. If you are using agility weapons, you put all on agility to be fast hitting. You can use everything on strength to have more carry capacity, carry weight, and do more damage with hammer and sword, great sword, and throwing distance. Physique for more HP, not really. Perception, all put when you're playing archer. Endurance if you want the stamina. If I have 88 agility, if you see my spear, look how fast I'm hitting. It's super strong. But if I respect again, now you can see I'm hitting slower. So it's very important to have full agility on your NPC. This purple perks also important to make your NPC elated. You have 3 type of NPC. You have Master Guard that gives you 4% more defense when it's elated. You have Master Hunter, 10% more attack speed when it's elated. And you have Master Warrior, some percentage more stamina recovery. I think it's 10% or something like that. I'm not sure about that. And the last thing you need to know about this video is this stats on your NPC. There is some stats called Paralyze and Coma. It's capped at 100 when you're untouched. This is very important. 50% of the players doesn't know about this. When you put in Coma and Paralyze on your weapon, this is Coma mode 2, Coma damage 10, and you have Paralyze damage 10. So when you put on this your weapon, as you can see, for example, dual blade, if I press F, I'm hitting enemies 6 times. That's 60 Coma and 60 Paralyze. So 2 times F on an enemy, I give 120 Coma, 120 Paralyze. So your Coma and Paralyze, actually, if it reaches 0, Paralyze, you lose 80% of your speed for 5 seconds. So you basically cannot move. And Coma, you goes to the Coma for 2 seconds and you cannot kind of move. You're laying down on the ground. That's the way enemy gonna kill you. So make sure you have an eye on this and make sure you don't. There is some agility gives you paralyze resistance, and perception gives you coma resistance. So if the more points you put on them, the more resistance you have to this sort of damage incoming to you. So this was most of the things related to PvP. The rest, how you're gonna fight, gonna relate to you, and how you mix the perks is related to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching. If I miss anything in this video to mention, make sure you put it down below in the comment. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in the next video.